why black men are being killed is because of the tactics used by LAPD officers. They approach black men, assuming that every black male is in a gang, has marijuana, or the first question, and I'm very passionate because my son and nephew walking down the street, bag of food in their hand, stopped by the cops, told to put their food on the ground, get up against the wall. What gang are you from? Where's the marijuana? And I had to send, when they came home, oh, I hate the police. And I said, what happened? And they told me I had the sense enough to call Newton Street, ask for the captain. He tried to tell me this was protocol or whatever. Sometimes we live in a community where there's a lot of crime and all of that. And what happened was he and the two officers that stopped my son and nephew came to my house because I demanded it. And my question is, why is it, it's a traffic violation? It's always something. A week ago, my son and 4 friends were in Westwood, California, making a right turn, stopped by an officer, told, oh, you made a wide turn, pulled out of the car, a gun was placed to his friend's head. The officer told him he would smoke him. My son and the other 3 young men, clean cut, in college, worked every day, were handcuffed and put in the car, but they had the sense enough to ask for the captain. The captain came out there, told them, this shouldn't have never happened. Are you training officers on how to approach we feel like prisoners in our community. That we have a right to walk and to be in the community. We have to teach our son, when you stop, don't move, don't do, I'm not sagging, they're not doing all this. I want to know how they're being trained because they're using traffic violations to stop them. Oh, we got to make sure, are they in a gang? All of this, why is that in a community so we don't feel like we can walk? You can't walk while you're black. You can't drive while you're black. Now can you breathe while you're black?
Who's your question for?
For police, the chief, the vet, how are you training officers?
How are you training officers?
My name is Ron Gochez. I'm a high school history teacher right here in this community. I want to start by saying that being a history teacher, I know the history of this department. And to answer the question, since they wouldn't answer, is that in the history of the city of Los Angeles, there has never been one officer that's been prosecuted and convicted for murder. Ever. About 7 years ago, one of my students, a 10th grader, Carlos Alvarez, was murdered by your department. He had a PlayStation controller in his pocket, and your department said they thought it was a weapon, even though the cable was hanging out the pocket. Whatever happened to that? Absolutely nothing. 2-3 years ago, Manuel Jimenez was executed in front of the entire Westlake community, shot twice in the head by your officers. All the witnesses said there was no knife, there was nothing, he did nothing. Nothing ever happened. So when they say that they are going to have an independent investigation, we know what that means. It's all part of a mafia that covers each other up. I have concrete proposals. Concrete proposal number 1. I will ask our council member, Karen Price, who's been very responsive to the community. I would ask that you please support the community by presenting a resolution to the LA City Council for the immediate creation of an elected civilian review board that will have hiring and firing power over Los Angeles police officers. Number 2, concrete proposal number 2. I understand what they're saying about the budget, that there's not enough money. Well, if all the lawsuits that go against the LA Police Department for misconduct didn't happen, we would have money to pay for those cameras. So number 2, another concrete concrete solution, again, Councilmember Price, I would ask that you present a resolution asking for the funds for the immediate allocation of monies to put a lapel cam on every single officer in the Los Angeles Police Department. And lastly, really quickly, Brother Ezell Ford was special needs. And as a teacher, and I do work with students with special disabilities, it's obvious that the LAPD needs special training to handle people with special needs.
Jubilee Shine Coalition for Community Control of the Police. This community is united to support the family of Ezell Ford and also to support the family of Omar Abrego, who was murdered by the same Newton Police Division on August 2nd, 9 days before they killed Ezell, on 69th Street in Maine, right around the corner. And if the autopsy results had supported the officer's version, it would have been on the 6 o'clock news last night. Since 1983, only one California police officer has been charged with murder in the line of duty. That was Johannes Messerly in Oakland for killing Oscar Grant, because the people in Oakland would not be stalled out by this dog and pony show. It was straight to the district attorney's office, and in 8 days, Johannes Messerly was charged with murder. On Thursday, we're going with the family of Ezell Ford to the district attorney's office at 210 West Temple Street at 3 o'clock. We want everybody in Los Angeles and in this room to join us to demand justice. We're not going to be stalled out by these clowns that are murdering people in our neighborhoods.
I was actually born in this neighborhood, born and raised. By all measures, I think I've accomplished somewhat. Went to school across town, UCLA, withdrew at USC, and came back after law school to live in this neighborhood. But if I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt, I'm just another wetback in this neighborhood. And I can tell you from personal experience, not too long ago I was stopped on 47th and Central. I was pulling into the driveway. They were opening up the driveway for me. One of your officers, Chief X, goes up next to me, throws a spotlight in my face, asks me to get off the car. They don't do that on the West Side, and I'll tell you because I've been on the West Side. He asked me what I was doing there. What the hell business is it his what I'm doing there? This is my neighborhood. He tells me he can give me a ticket if he wants. Well, give me a ticket, but have some respect. That is the problem here, Chief X. I went to SD, and I can tell you what goes on in those frat houses. But you don't touch those kids because they look like your kids. They look like your kids. And they're on the ground. I'll tell you from personal experience. The solution, Chief X, when your officers get out the car, have them look at the door to protect and to serve, not to kick some ass. Because that is what your officers do. And don't come up here talking about discipline because you can discipline your daughter and the whole gang.
That was disrespectful.
You just imported from Israel. Talk about the connection. This will never change if you're not committed to not committed